In Marlow, on the banks of the Thames, there's a high street pub
Coming in.
that's celebrating 10 years under my proud ownership.
This is my little pub. It's lovely, isn't it?
Join me,
Stove's on, apron's on. Let's go.
head chef Sarah,
Morning, Chief. You okay?
yeah, good, and our amazing team
How we doing, boys and girls? We all right?
as we reveal the secrets of our Michelin-starred menu.
First check is on.
Featuring the most iconic dishes
Heritage tomato salad.
from the last decade.
It's a good job I haven't got any hair, because otherwise it'd just stink of beef stock.
And in my test kitchen, I'm cooking up incredible pub recipes
That, dipped in that with a bit of that, absolutely perfect.
which you can cook at home.
It is amazing.
This time, eggs are the secret to success in all of today's dishes. We're putting a duck egg custard tart with raspberry sorbet onto the specials menu.
That custard's got that lovely, freshly cut wobble on it.
I show you how to get the perfect rise with my white chocolate and lemon souffle. Eggs take a humble fish finger sandwich to new heights. And an extra special Hollandaise tops off my roasted mushroom and onion ring starter.
I want to show you what really goes on in a pub kitchen.
In the pub kitchen, head chef Sarah and sous chef Rich not only take a lead role in all the cooking,
Two spring garlic pie, please.
it's also their job to make sure our storerooms and fridges are fully stocked with all the produce we need.
Hi guys, it's Rich calling from the coach in Marlow. Can I place an order for tomorrow, please? Can I get 3 1-kilo blocks of grana padano? Can I get 4 boxes of 40 unsalted Arla butter? Can I also get 2 1-kilo blocks of Montgomery cheddar? And that is everything for tomorrow. Thank you guys, bye-bye.
Rich, how much butter were you ordering there?
So I ordered 4 boxes of 40. It's roughly about 30 kilos of butter.
I mean, that's a lot of butter. 30 kilo is a lot of butter, but that does us a week. Then we've also got 1, 2, 3, 4 trays of eggs, but actually the amount of eggs that we get through, I dread to think.
About 360 eggs, so 4 boxes of that.
So it's quite a lot of eggs, and that'll be through things like tarts, through making Hollandaise sauces, through making a lot of pastry work. These are hen's eggs, but we also use duck eggs as well. Duck eggs are deep, rich, beautiful flavour, a little bit bigger than hen's eggs, and they're fantastic.
And duck eggs are the key ingredient in today's anniversary special.
Our bring back retro dessert that we're going to put on the menu today is a duck egg custard tart with raspberry sorbet. So Rich is on pastry today, and we are making, I say we, Rich is making a recipe from one of those files, proper old school, where it is literally boiled cream, sugar, eggs mixed together and gently bake. So we pass it through a fine sieve. You end up with a smooth, lovely custard, and then pour it into the tart case. It's been blind baked. Blowtorch in the top to get rid of any air bubbles that have sat there. And then the last thing, freshly grated nutmeg. I mean, I remember as a kid, nutmeg custard tart. Beautiful flavour, and don't be scared of it either. I've seen some amazing feats in my life, like Cirque du Soleil. If Rich gets this custard tart to the oven without spilling any of it, he could fill the Royal Albert Hall and 20,000 people will give him a standing ovation.
Cheers, Chef.
I'll stand out of the way. Good luck, Rich!
More like Cirque du Spillage.
In an hour's time, the custard tart would have set up, and Rich's dying shame of spilling custard all over the tray would have disappeared.
We'll see if the tart gets a standing ovation at lunch service. But first, I've got a recipe to show you where eggs take a simple dish to another level.
Just pinched a tray of these eggs from out front, and I'm going to use them to make something magical.
This is a brilliant dish for the pub or at home. It's my fabulous fish finger sandwich with sauce gribiche. And I'm starting by prepping a loin of cod.
Cut it in half, then in half again, and then in half again. So we want 8 portions of fish. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Next, I'm gonna pane them, give them a crispy coating. You know the score by now. First, beat a couple of eggs.
The paneing process is fish, flour, egg, breadcrumb. You want to keep one dry hand and one as a wet hand.
Once all the fish fingers have been paneed, I can make my sauce gribiche.
Now, sauce gribiche is like tartar sauce, except it's got grated hard-boiled egg in it. It starts with mayonnaise. Now, this is shop-bought, but really good quality. Rich didn't have any spare out front. Wouldn't allow me to pinch his. Then into that, we want acidity and punch. Cornichons.
When you were growing up, Tom, what was your favourite way of having eggs?
I wasn't really a fan of eggs, I've got to be honest with you. It wasn't until I got older and then went into kitchens and started cooking with them and realised how versatile, how amazing they are. The way that egg whites create fluff and aeration, and the way that yolks cook and thicken. So getting a better understanding of them has given me a huge appreciation of them.
Add the chopped cornichons to the mayo with baby capers, Dijon mustard, creamed horseradish, and white wine vinegar.
Give that a good mix.
Followed by chopped chives and flat leaf parsley.
Lastly, to go in, 2 hard-boiled eggs, and I'm just going to grate them. It's going to go in to the rest of our sauce mix. Texturally, flavour-wise, it suddenly becomes very, very different. Finally, season it up with a little pinch of salt and pepper, and then leave that to one side. Have a little clean down. There you go, chef, just go careful. Don't spill the water. Thanks, bub.
Time to fry our fish.
Now, at the front, we'd use a deep fat fryer, but here, it's just a very simple way for showing you how to do it at home.
Heat 4 or 5 centimetres of light olive oil in a pan to 180 degrees.
At this point, I'm just going to drop in 4 fish fingers. Remember, that oil is very hot. You want to deep fry the fish fingers, not your fingers. So after about 3 or 4 minutes, our fish fingers got some lovely golden colour on them. We just take them from the oil and drain them on a rack. And season them up. Just a little pinch of rock salt with a little bit of grated lemon. Thanks, chef.
Then build the sandwich. On a bun base, put a spoonful of gribiche sauce, then some watercress. 2 fish fingers, a bit more sauce and watercress, and then the bun on top.
That's it. Our fish finger sandwich in a burger bun. This takes me back to me cooking tea for my brother, my mates coming round and eating fish finger sandwiches. Except this one is most definitely better.
Out front, the first guests are arriving. I hope they leave some room for our Duck Egg Custard Tart. And I've got 2 more recipes which showcase the magic properties of eggs, a wonderful souffle, and a starter of herby mushrooms with Hollandaise.
Where eggs are the star of the show, but because of the science, not the flavour.
In my pub, the kitchen's in full flow with lunch service. I'll be joining them shortly. But first, I've got a classic recipe to show you, which even some chefs are wary of.
Now, orders for our Duck Egg Custard Tart will be coming in soon. But in the meantime, I'm going to knock up a dessert, another one where eggs are essential. This is my white chocolate and lemon souffle.
Start by prepping the souffle moulds by brushing with softened butter.
Using the brush strokes going up helps souffle when it comes to rising, because you've just given it kind of like these little bar marky traction for it to rise up.
Are we right to be a bit scared of making soufflés?
Yep. I mean, I'd love to say, no, soufflés are dead easy, but it's not something that you can just go, oh, I'm gonna have a go at that. They're the sort of thing that you need to understand the science of it. But essentially, some cases it will work better than others, but either way, you will end up with a souffle.
Coat the insides of the moulds with caster sugar and pop them in the fridge.
Once they're in the fridge, setting up, it's time to make the panade, or the base, the layer of flavour that you want the souffle to be. Now, in this case, it's going to be white chocolate and lemon curd.
Put milk and double cream onto heat. In a bowl, whisk together egg yolks and sugar. Then add corn flour. When the milk and cream comes up to a simmer, pour onto the egg mix while whisking all the time.
And then that mix goes back into the pan. Turn the heat back on, and you start cooking, but do not move away. Keep the whisk going. When you can feel it thickening, take it off the heat, keep whisking. It begins to get this lovely shine on it.
Transfer to a bowl and keep whisking while it cools slightly. Then add your flavours. Melted white chocolate and lemon curd, and whisk together. Leave the panade to cool completely while getting on with the really important stage, the egg whites.
Now, you could do this by hand if you wanted to, if you had a spare hour and a half and a really big arm. Otherwise, use one of these.
Whisk the egg whites to soft peaks, then gradually add caster sugar.
Okay, when they're whisked up, you put about a third of that egg white mixture into the panade base, and then we whisk it together. You're knocking air out of that egg white, but that's okay. So it just loosens it up before you put the next third in. Fold that in. And this is a bit that a lot of people worry about, but actually it's okay. These egg whites, they've got firm structure to them, and that base is fine, so don't be scared.
Next, add the remaining egg white and fold it in.
And then get your whisk. 3 or 4 little whisks ensure that that souffle batter is completely mixed and held together.
Get the moulds out of the fridge. Spoon in the batter. Smooth the top with a palette knife. And clean the edge with your fingers.
And these are ready to bake.
I'm going to bake one for now. In the oven, 180 fan for 15 minutes.
And whilst that souffle is cooking, I'm going to make a lovely little kind of ganache-style sauce to pour into the middle when it comes out.
Heat double cream in a pan till simmering. Then pour it over white chocolate chips. Mix together, then add 2 spoons of lemon curd.
And that is ready to go with our souffle. Come on, look at this. Come here. Look. I'm going to serve it. You ready? Look at that. Dust in the icing sugar. Just get yourself a little knife. Break a hole in the middle. And then pour in your sauce. It's puffed up lush. This is my white chocolate and lemon curd souffle with white chocolate sauce. And it's delicious. But don't be too scared to do it at home, because it's essentially just whisked up eggs. Follow those instructions, you'll be on to a winner.
Out front, Rich is preparing to plate up today's anniversary special. And there's no lasting damage from the earlier mishap.
So an order has come in for the Duck Egg Custard Tart. Rich gives it a little tap. It's got that boing, boing, and that's exactly what you want. We don't slice it in advance. You do it when it's nice and fresh. Serves it up with a little bit of cream, whipped vanilla style chantilly, some raspberries macerated in a little bit of like raspberry juice, and then very simply, a lovely little spoonful or rocher of raspberry sorbet helps bring it all together. I love the way that eggs have all these magical properties, and I'm going to show you another beautiful dish where eggs are the star of the show. My roasted mushrooms with Hollandaise sauce and crispy onion rings.
I'm going to start by making the Hollandaise.
Hollandaise is essentially like warm melted butter that's held together by the magic of eggs. But you want some acidity to cut through that. Now that will start with some white wine and some white wine vinegar, some chopped shallots, some peppercorns, and classic Hollandaise has some tarragon through it as well. Just going to reduce this down quite a long way. You want it to kind of a syrupy, almost glaze.
When just a couple of tablespoons remain, pass the reduction through a sieve.
In a big bowl, 2 egg yolks, little splash of double cream, and then add our intense and quite acidic reduction.
Pop the bowl on top of a saucepan containing simmering water and begin whisking.
Now this is called a sabayon, and that cooked base is the foundation and the structure for adding our melted butter. So as you cook it, you can feel it coming to a ribbon stage. Now, you just want to take it a little bit further, be brave with it. Take it off the heat just before you think it's ready, and then continue to whisk. When you end up with a base that looks like that, you're pretty much ready to go.
Here's a chef's tip. Empty the saucepan, line it with a cloth, and pop the bowl on the top. It holds it in place while whisking in 150 grams of melted clarified butter.
Start off very gently. If you go too fast, it will not emulsify and it will split.
Continue whisking in the melted butter, and if the Hollandaise gets too thick, loosen with a little cream. Finally, add lemon juice, seasoning, and a splash of red wine vinegar. Pass through a sieve into a bowl and cover.
Keep it somewhere warm.
Now the onion rings. Make a batter with flour and an egg. Drop in thick rounds of onion, then cover in breadcrumbs.
I remember as a kid, like on special occasions, a rump steak with onion rings, something deep fried and a little bit naughty.
Fry in light olive oil till crisp. Drain and sprinkle with salt. Next job, my mushrooms.
So these are big, delicious portobello mushrooms, and they're meaty, they taste fantastic, and they bake really, really well.
Peel and remove the stalks, drizzle with olive oil, season, and pop into a medium hot oven for 10 to 15 minutes.
I am now ready to fry my mushrooms that are going to sit in the top of the portobello mushroom.
In a pan, heat together olive oil and butter, and add a selection of different mushrooms cut into chunks.
Don't move them about too much. Allow those outer skins to caramelise and get that lovely kind of crispy mushroom flavour.
Add another knob of butter, chopped garlic and some chopped rosemary and thyme. Season well and toss everything together.
Then the heat off, we're ready to serve. Grab yourself one of the roasted portobello mushrooms. Then our fried wild mushroom mix. Big spoonful of that lovely warmed hollandaise. Sprinkling with the chopped chives. And then finish it off with a crispy onion ring or two. Eggs are magic. The foundation to making this incredible, luscious, rich, buttery hollandaise sauce. That is my mushrooms with hollandaise sauce and crispy onion rings.
One small pub kitchen using 360 eggs a week doesn't sound quite so ridiculous when you think of all the lovely dishes we use them in. But then there's the 30 kilos of butter, 200 kilos of potatoes, 120 cabbages, 40 kilos of fresh fish, 120 lemons.